Hi, my name is Peter Niagu. I am the Energy Advisor with Paulding-Putnam Electric Cooperative. So the reason why we're here today is because there's an old farmhouse sitting on this property that's not very energy efficient. And we're going to go ahead and conduct an energy audit on this house and implement several energy efficiency upgrades to this home. And these upgrades are going to be low-cost upgrades that most anybody can do to their house. So the objective today is to show you that even if you do have an older style home, you still can do upgrades to your house, and it really won't cost that much money, and you'll save pretty considerably on your utility costs. So we're going to go ahead and conduct an energy audit and let you know what the findings are and what we're going to do to implement the energy efficiency upgrades to this house. Here we have the blower door set up in this house, and essentially what this tool will do is it will create a negative pressure in this house. Basically, there's a fan that sits in this doorway, and for lack of a better word, it sucks the air out of the house. And by doing that, it'll create a negative pressure, which in return will expose all the leaks in this house. And really, this is probably one of the most valuable tools you can have when conducting an energy audit. The most significant problem that we found with this house is the crawl space. And there's a crawl throughout the whole house. And the issue is it's open to the outside. It's vented to the outside, and there's no insulation down here. And the problem with that is, with this house specifically, we were losing a lot of transmission heat loss through the floor, and that really made the house feel cooler than what it actually was. So by fixing this, that will make a lot of difference in the utility costs for this house throughout the whole year. This was by far the biggest issue that we found. So one of the things we found when we had the blower door on is this laundry or this towel closet in this bathroom. There was a really big gap, a really big opening to the breezeway, which is essentially outside, and we were pulling a lot of air, and really in the wintertime this bathroom would be really cold, and you would really have no idea where it was coming from unless we had that blower door on. So another issue we found was this little opening here at the corner of this door, and this is a perfect place for the hot conditioned air that you're paying in the wintertime to heat your house to escape. And this was actually going right outside that breezeway as well. So this room is, like I said before, it's essentially it's outside. It's part of the outside more than it is inside. So when this door being closed in the winter, hot air is going right out through that little crevice right there. So that's one of the repairs that we're going to have to make on this house as well. Hey guys, we're back at the old farmhouse, and we're here to conduct the final blower door test to see how much we have reduced the air infiltration. But before we conduct the final blower door test, let's go inside and review what we've done to the house. All right, so we're back in the house, and if you remember, prior to the weatherization project, there was a pretty big notch on this door that was missing, and as you can see, we put a little piece of wood in place, and we added some weather stripping around it, and we had some air leaks around the framer here, and we added weather stripping all along down this door, the frame of the door right here, and this probably was less than $5 in materials. And with the same tube of caulk, we addressed the towel cabinet in the bathroom. We simply caulked all around the edge, and that was it. With the remainder of the weather stripping that we have from this door, we were able to use them on the attic access hatches, both downstairs and upstairs. With roughly $5 of material and about 10 minutes worth of work, we were able to fix 3 major air infiltration problems in this house. We've also added this door sweep to the bottom of this door to seal up additional air infiltration coming through, and total cost was about $8. Back at the crawl space where we had our most significant heat loss throughout the whole house, We ended up tightening it up with high density spray foam along the whole foundation of the crawl space. And we also added a vapor barrier down on the ground, so you would prevent any moisture coming up into the crawl space by sealing it up. And this whole project was roughly about $1,400. Of course, that will vary depending on the size of the home. During the audit, we found that the attic had only about 9 inches of insulation. So we added additional insulation to bring it up to about 20 inches, which brought us up to about an R50 or higher. And doing that, for this size attic, it was about $600, roughly $600. And of course, that'll vary depending on the size of your home. Farmhouse, and we're conducting the final blower door test, and it looks like we have about a 22% reduction in air infiltration once we have these numbers tallied here. And with that type of reduction in air infiltration, that should really reduce the cost of heating and cooling the house.